good morning. We want to welcome to Hot Seat Representative Logan Phillips. He's our go-to guy on tech and infrastructure. Representative Phillips from Tulsa. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you as well, Scott. As always, I appreciate you having me on.
Thanks for being here. All right, so you're chairman of one of these oversight committees on the ARPA funds they're flowing, and you've also been the point guy on infrastructure spending in Oklahoma. Give us an idea where we're at right now. The ARPA money starting to be deployed, and where are we at that we weren't 4 years ago?
Well, we are actually in an extremely good spot. After about a 9-month period of sort of setting on our hands through the executive branch, yesterday with the Infrastructure and Broadband Committee, we've actually worked out to send about $390 million over to the Broadband Coordinator's Office, which has moved us from 47th in the nation connectivity up to 24th, and we're going to shoot for 95% of all homes connected with broadband in the next 5 years. So that was one of our biggest wins yesterday. Past that, we've got partnerships to build out the OETA networks to give us a WARN network system for our emergency management across the entire state of Oklahoma, which was horribly outdated. And we've partnered with the National Guard to create a central location so we can deal with emergencies from grass fires to pandemics if we have one of those happen again, all from here in Oklahoma that will pull down a bunch of federal money to Oklahoma. So we are setting ourselves up not just to deal with the stuff that happened during the pandemic, but to grow and build Oklahoma for the future in our economic centers, including building out the Port of Quatusa, Ardmore, and our industrial parks across the state of Oklahoma.
So real quick, for folks that are concerned about education, this is going to be doing what for education in the future when we're talking about broadband into underserved communities?
Oh, it's going to be amazing for underserved communities. So Oklahoma had about 250,000 kids go home when the pandemic hit with no connectivity. And even right now, we have about 80% of our physical landmass doesn't have high-speed internet. That is a lot of rural kids and a lot of kids in the suburban centers that are in the poorer or more poverty-ridden areas that simply can't access it. So what Oklahoma has done is we have done a once-in-a-100-year investment into our internet connection centers so that we'll bring up our education so our kids can do their homework, can get to the resources, and shrink that digital divide like we've never seen before. I'm telling you, we haven't done anything like this with infrastructure build out since we initially electrified the state of Oklahoma back in the 1920s.
Okay, got about a minute and a half. Another issue you've been very out front and very outspoken on is on the federal level. Senate Bill 2992, the Choice and Innovation Act by Senator Klobuchar. You say this is going to harm Oklahoma, harm tech, harm a lot of the investment companies have made. We're not hearing much about it, not hearing anything from the senators about it. What is this all about?
So Klobuchar's bill, SB 2992, it's a good premise on what she's wanting to do, which is anti-monopolistic practices, but it's bad in actual implications. Here in Oklahoma, we have a huge building out technology sector from our Amazon warehouses. We're trying to recruit major tech companies, the Google, the storage facilities. Those are all coming to Oklahoma because we have massive land, we have access, and we're equidistant to every major market. In fact, we are hopefully going to be one of the biggest booming technology sectors in the nation, if I have my way with it anyways. So what this tech bill does is intending to go after anti-monopolistic practices of places like Amazon accidentally causes vertical integration to go away for technology sector. So the focus on these few big companies will have major impact for our building sector here in Oklahoma, from our mid businesses to our higher level storage facilities to where we can't use, and even to our individual people, services that you use every single day, from Amazon Prime to one-day deliveries from Walmart. All those type of things are at risk of going away. And again, we are a very rural state, so if you get rid of a lot of our delivery services and those virtually integrated products, you really do a detriment to Oklahomans on a day-to-day life.
Representative Logan Phillips, when it comes to tech infrastructure, we always get the best information from you. Thanks for being with us today.
Anytime.
See this again at news9.com/yourvotecounts and follow me on Twitter @MitchellTalks.